Powered by Riverside FM.
You have to be impressed, really, with what Kwesi has done over the past week, and he's still looking at improving this team. The Minnesota Vikings signing Rondale Moore, lightning quick wide receiver, probably more than anything. He's going to bolster the Minnesota Vikings wide receiver room, but he's going to be a special teamer. They're going to use him in punt returns, kick returns. And I know there may be some concern about Rondale sitting out all of last year with this injury, but it sounds like he has recovered from that well. You don't go into this kind of venture without knowing that, your prospect is super healthy. And I think Rondale Moore, you're going to see the benefit of Rondale Moore in terms of a guy that could flip the field in terms of field position, just with special teams. He's always a threat to hit a home run. He's also a guy that will enhance the Minnesota Vikings quick game in terms of screens. We've always been a team under at least the KOC regime where we haven't really had a strong screen game. Like you saw glimpses of it last year. And I know during training camp, this was something that Kevin O'Connell said he wanted to have better and integrate into the offense was a screen game. And you saw it at times with Aaron Jones, but it wasn't anything that was, super steady or super consistent last year for the Minnesota Vikings. So I think they're going to incorporate Rondale Moore in the screen game. Another just amazing signing by Kwesi Adofo Mensah. We're just getting away from the whole JJ McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers thing. And then another thing pops up where there are all these trade rumors about JJ McCarthy. Now, it was said that JJ McCarthy will not be traded. There have been a lot of teams that have inquired about JJ McCarthy, and the Minnesota Vikings have said that they're not going to trade him. And it shows you the value that the Minnesota Vikings have with JJ McCarthy. Because I'm sure once the rumors got out that Aaron Rodgers was available and maybe the Minnesota Vikings were going to be interested, that everybody started picking up the phone to try to get a handle on JJ McCarthy. And the Minnesota Vikings said, absolutely not. So now there's these rumors out that the Minnesota Vikings have been inquiring or maybe thinking about, talking about, whatever report you believe, in trading J.J. McCarthy for Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, really, whatever side of the fence that you fall on when it comes to J.J. McCarthy and Justin Herbert, some people think Justin Herbert is a top 10 quarterback, top 5 quarterback. He really hasn't done anything in terms of building his resume, had a deplorable playoff venture last year under Jim Harbaugh, and he's being relegated to being a handoff guy, kind of like J.J. McCarthy was under Jim Harbaugh at Michigan. And Justin Herbert has always been a quarterback under other regimes that have really slung the ball around. And last year was a little bit different for him. Chargers were more successful, but we all know that's the way that Jim Harbaugh likes to play. And I don't know if that suits Justin Herbert. So therein lies the rumors of trading J.J. McCarthy. Now, I don't think there's any way in hell that J.J. McCarthy is going to be traded for Justin Herbert. These are just rumors. But again, this is just another one of those scenarios of when is J.J. McCarthy going to be just slated concretely as the Minnesota Vikings QB1? You know, there was a battle with Sam Darnold. Then there was a battle with Aaron Rodgers. Now it's a battle with Justin Herbert. Is he going to get traded? So JJ McCarthy, I'm going with, is going to be QB1 now since all the Aaron Rodgers stuff is out the window. Are they just going to let this kid relax and just let him get some roots in the Minnesota Vikings organization so he can become QB1? Man, it's just every day it's just a new story. And this Justin Herbert thing probably won't be the last rumor when it comes to JJ McCarthy before training camp. And it looks like from everything that has been reported, what KOC and the Minnesota Vikings have put out, that JJ McCarthy is going to be QB1 to start the season. One thing that's intriguing about the Minnesota Vikings is they seem to be doing everything they can to save as much money as possible in terms of salary cap flexibility. And everybody's speculating that the Vikings aren't done making a move. And not only are they not done making moves, as you can see with Rondale Moore, they're, with the amount of money that they're saving, it seems to be on the horizon that the Minnesota Vikings are going to make another big splash. Everybody speculated that they were saving money for Aaron Rodgers. That looks like that is not true. So what are they saving all this money for? The key to it is Bradbury, when the Vikings cut him, is a post-June 1st designation, which means that void money doesn't hit right away. And so why are the Minnesota Vikings doing that? What are they seeing? What are their vision? It's going to be intriguing to watch because you don't do that for nothing. And Kwesi has shown over the past 3 years that he's very aggressive. He's very savvy when it comes to the salary cap. And we all know that he likes to make moves. Again, just look at the Rondale Moore signing. It's incredible. He's cooking at all hours of the night. So there's a lot of speculation about what the Minnesota Vikings are going to do with that money. We may put out a video here on Unconventional Playbook to take a really deep dive on some possibilities of what Kwesi and KOC may be thinking on how to use that money. They're not just banking it for nothing. And so I'm trying to figure out and just trying to put things together in my head on what they could be doing. And I know a lot of Minnesota Viking fans, I know a lot of UP Nation out there are probably wondering the same thing. Only time will tell, but we'll take a deep dive into that later. So a lot of things going on with the Minnesota Vikings, a lot of good news. JJ McCarthy, for all intents and purposes, will be our starting quarterback for the 2025 season. Rondale Moore, great signing by the Minnesota Vikings. And why are the Minnesota Vikings saving all of that money in the free agency period with the salary cap? Just intriguing right now to see what's going on with Kwesi Adofo Mensah and KOC, what direction this franchise is going to take. This has been Unconventional Playbook. Please hit that like and subscribe button and consider becoming a member. Those that become a member will have an opportunity to enter a drawing to win a Winter Warrior Minnesota Vikings jersey. UP Nation, we will see ya when we see ya.